Following the approval of 4 more enhanced defense cooperation agreement sites in the country, Senator Amy Marcos says it appears that the government is now relying on foreigners for its external defense. During an inquiry, Marcos reiterates that EDCA's primary objective is no longer the armed forces of the Philippines' modernization, but the disaster preparedness, maritime security, and counterterrorism. Defense Chief Carlito Galvez Jr., however, says these objectives require AFP modernization, to which Marcos makes a rebuttal.
Bakit parang nakalimutan na natin, parang aasa na lang ba tayo sa mga dayuhan na ipagtanggol tayo samantalang ang ating sandatahan lakas ay nananatiling bulok, luma, armed and completely abject in the face of any external threats.
Senators learned during the inquiry that the Philippines and the U.S. have no written agreement yet on 4 new EDCA sites. Foreign Affairs Secretary Enrique Manalo reiterated that the two parties have yet to discuss the terms of reference of the new sites, adding that the agreed locations may be listed in an annex to be appended to the agreement.
Before they're listed in the annex, it would have to be subject to an exchange of notes between the Philippines and the United States. But once we agree on the exchange of notes on the new sites, that will then be included in the annex as the new sites.
As far as the 4 new sites are concerned, there is no written agreement contained in an annex of the EDCA.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Manalo also says the Philippines may not allow the U.S. to use the EDCA sites should there be a military conflict over Taiwan.
Shall we allow the storage of material for Taiwan operations? As you see it, we talked about humanitarian operations. We are all agreed with you. We are totally with you there. Pero, paano yung pag-iimbak ng mga weaponry ng mga sandatahan laban sa Taiwan? Hahayaan ba natin o hindi? Yes, Secretary Manalo, since you said we can agree on additional activities, and you are absolutely right. Will we agree?
If that should ever arise, that eventuality, we will be guided by the main purposes of the EDCA, and we would not agree to any kind of activity or even materials not consistent with these agreed activities. And therefore, I think it would be along those lines, that if there were ever a proposal, we would have to find out whether it's consistent with this agreement.
Meanwhile, House of Representatives Speaker Ferdinand Martin Romualdez says the relationship between the Philippines and the United States is reaching new heights under the administration of President Bongbong Marcos and Joe Biden. He says this after a meeting with their U.S. counterparts in Washington, D.C. The Speaker says strategies to strengthen economic cooperation, defense and security engagements, along with bilateral strategic dialogue were discussed during the meetings. Romualdez made a similar remark last August 2022, saying the long-standing relationship between the two nations is only growing stronger.